Hi, this is Kim, and welcome to your weekly messages from Expressions of the Universe. What a beautiful day it is today. I am just feeling glorious, and I hope you are too. We're coming up on spring here in the Northern Hemisphere, and those of you in Australia in the Southern Hemisphere, you're coming into fall. You're coming out of your glorious summer. So let's get started. Oh, before I get started on the cards, I want you to know that I've been writing a blog that goes with this video. This way I could keep the video a little bit shorter and write a little bit more about different energies and different things that I've been feeling for this coming week. So you want to go and check that out. And I've been giving out the wrong link. When I do these videos, it's www.expressionsoftheuniverse.com. So, let's get started. This week, it is all about fun. What I got when I saw this card, we're coming out of the winter doldrums and we're coming in to, spring. It's time to get out and get moving. And what's really interesting too is today the sun is in 9 degrees of Pisces. 9, I've mentioned this in my astrological and numerological report. 9 is about endings and finishing up things, but 9 is also about action, putting things into action. It's time to get moving and grooving. This card also is saying to me, you need to be the master of your emotions. It's time to get yourself centered, get your emotions in check. Because if you are not doing that, and you're running around all chaotic and crazy, you're probably missing a lot of message, and you're probably extremely uncomfortable with your life right now. So, Spirit loves nothing more than when we're having fun and we're playing and we're laughing. That's the energy that's coming in now after we've left the full moon. And I think this is going to ride through the spring. The crystal card that I have for you this week, it's Larimar, and it's about nurturing yourself. And I do have some Larimar here. I have actually 2 different stones so that you could see like the differences. Some of them are a really nice blue. Some of them tend to be a little bit more on the white side. They come from the Caribbean Ocean, only in the Dominican Republic. Oh, they're only found there. I love this stone because it's really soothing. It is nurturing, and it's a great stone to wear when you're combining it with moldavite, because moldavite can be extremely strong. It gives me migraine headaches if I wear it too long, but if I have some Larimar on me, it usually balances that out. But this card of nurturing, you could see the female holding the child. This is how you want to treat yourself. You want to nurture yourself in the coming weeks and really pay attention to your emotions. This goes with that fun card of mastering your emotions. I really feel that this is a time that you need to cleanse, try and dump all of those past hurts, pains. It's a really great time to take a hot soak in a salt bath. If you can swim in the ocean, if it's warm enough where you are, go do that. Swim in a pool. Sometimes it just takes a really good cry. Those are my notes. And it's okay to cry. Even do it while you're in that hot tub, soaking and trying to relieve the stress that you have. Relieve that hot energy of any anger that you have built up. So I really recommend working with the Larimar, because it is so soothing. It is from the ocean, so it's about water. And also, combined with what I wrote in my blog, March is the month of aquamarine, and I really love working with aquamarine. That is also a water stone. It's soothing, similar color. I have some in my bra, but I don't want to reach in there now and pull it out because maybe that would be inappropriate. So just go to my blog and you'll see the photo of my nice big chunk of aquamarine. I love working with that. Okay, so the cards that I pulled this week, I wanted things to be fun. I wanted things to have a good energy. And so I pulled the Wasp, the Mystery, the Deer, and Serendipity. We'll get started with the Wasp. You can see that. What does this, when you see this card, what does that bring up in you? That's what I want you to pay attention to. Not only the messages that I'm giving you, but what these symbols mean to you. But I took some notes after I pulled these cards. The Wasp is telling you it's a time for you to mind your own business, keep your ego in check, and keep your mouth shut. Be mindful of how you're addressing the world. And what I mean by that is, you know, are you being paranoid about the way people are treating you? Are you treating people in turn not so nicely because of your perceptions? Because you're going to get stung. Also, if you're too paranoid, someone probably will sting you. Mars is in Scorpio, and that's what this card makes me think about, because this card is about anger, retaliation, and jealousy. It's also about envy, and those are the children of fear and a lack mentality. So if you're being jealous, if you're being envious, you're playing the victim, probably. Pain is a choice. It's a choice that we all make, to either feel pain or not feel pain. How much importance are you going to put on something so trivial that someone did to you? In most cases, you make it bigger than it really has to be. This is also an omen to protect yourself. So I really want you at the beginning of this week to seriously think about, you know, how you are perceiving things and how you're treating other people. You know, I always go back to saying, do unto others as you would have done unto you. Because if you treat people with kindness and compassion, that is what you're going to get back. I'm not saying everybody is really nice, but the bullies will avoid you if you are treating people with kindness and compassion. I also want to make a special note. I mentioned it in my blog. I mentioned it just a second ago with the sun being 9 degrees in Pisces. You're going to see the number 18 come up a lot. 18, 1 plus 8 equals 9. You're going to see the number 9 a lot between now and May, I would say, May or June. And it's all about putting things into action, clearing up things that need to end. Hear that crow? Raven? Putting things into action, clearing things up that need to go, and moving forward. All right, so my next card is the Mystery. And if you've been watching these blogs for a while, I predicted at the beginning of the year that this was going to be revealed to us come May or June. So we're halfway through the halfway mark of this year, 2016. And I think this came up because it's just a reminder saying that fate and destiny are on their way. Things are starting to move into action. And my little notes that I took for the Mystery is, I told you it's coming. Be prepared. This card is pointing you in the direction of your potential. So, just a little reminder, in case you are in a rut, something fantastic is coming, May or June. And I think that's going to happen probably when Jupiter goes direct. My next card is the Deer. And the energy that I get from the Deer, of course you can see on the top of the card, it says gentleness and diplomacy. So to elaborate on this, this goes hand in hand with the wasp. You may be stepping into new territory or just exiting a very difficult situation. I want to let you know that you want to move with gentleness and diplomacy. Always keep your head high. Always take the high road. When you do this, your footing will be assured. The deer is such beautiful, strong energy, and don't mistake her gentleness for weakness. It's actually strength. When you can do things gently, kindly, with compassion, you're actually displaying that energy of the deer. And my notes, I have underlined here about being a bully. I think a lot of people get extremely defensive, take things personally. You know, I do sometimes too, and then I have to take a step back. You don't want to lash out and retaliate and be that bully. Walk with kindness, walk gently with diplomacy. That is that energy of the deer. And then look, this is what we have coming to the end of the week. Now, I wrote a blog about signs and different things to look for. I think I have a couple of blogs about signs. This is card number 18. I mentioned the 18. The 1 and the 8, that equals 9. That is about putting things into action. But the serendipity, it's luck and good fortune, appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. You're stepping into alignment now to exquisite harmony. If this resonates with you, where relationships are involved, Spirit has a plan, and they're going to place the perfect person in front of you. There's going to be a meeting of somebody vitally important in your life in the future, and that is coming into play. And I also feel that the mystery is part of that. So between now and May, June, we're going to be having a lot of serendipitous events. Where prosperity is related to serendipity, you're going to wind up in the right place at the right time. Luck is on your side. However, I do want to caution, if you are not centered, if you are living in a chaotic mind, this isn't going to happen. The mystery isn't going to happen. The magic doesn't happen until you get clear with yourself. And that's why I think it's so important that we use the aquamarine during this whole month of March. We use this Larimar, and we allow ourselves to cry. We allow ourselves to cleanse, go swimming, take a nice hot salt bath. You want to really work on yourself at this time while the sun is in Pisces. Because also, too, the Wounded Healer, the planet of Chiron, I know maybe many of you haven't heard of it, but it's a small little planet, asteroid, planetary body. Let's leave it at that. Chiron is in Pisces. I was born when Chiron was in Pisces. So if you were born, you know, about 64 to 66, you probably have Chiron in Pisces. Now is the time to do the majority of your healing and get rid of anything that's holding you back, because otherwise you're going to miss some really great opportunities coming your way. The more that you quiet your mind, meditate, try to live calmly and carefully with gentleness, kindness, compassion, the more serendipitous events you will see, the more magic you will see. You'll see those signs, you'll see those symbols. Somebody just commented my blog about signs and symbols yesterday, and it was fantastic to see that someone else is also picking up on signs. My friends and I talk about all of our signs all of the time, which is wonderful that I do have some really great people to talk about these things with. So just to wrap it up, I'm going to talk more in next week's blog about the upcoming new moon on March 8th and 9th, because we have a total solar eclipse. I keep thinking the song, Total Eclipse of the Heart, and I am not a singer by any means, but we have a quadruple punch of energy coming our way. And so that's why it's so important this week to get your shit together, because when this new moon and solar eclipse happen a week from now, that's what you're going to be putting into action for the next several years. Right now you have an opportunity to think about your dreams, think about your passions. What is it that you really want to do with your life? Go ahead, check out my blog, and I will elaborate a little bit more on that energy next Sunday. And that's about all I have for you this week. I'm going to enjoy this beautiful sunshine and warmth, almost 60 degrees here today, and I'm wishing you peace and blessings and lots of love, lots of serendipity and magic. Bye.